Yeah, what's up everyone? How you doing? Just a little bit of an update. Bit of a sad day really. It would appear that next year, by the end of next year, New World is going to be no more, which is a little bit shit. We click on here, we got an update on the future of New World. New World has just passed 4 years since its launch and we've built an incredible community together. However, we've reached a point where it's no longer sustainable to continue developing new content. We regret to announce that Nighthaven update will serve as the final content release for the game on PC and consoles. Thank you for sharing Eternum with us and making this game something truly special. Well, 2 weeks after one of the biggest updates, and we've got this, which is a little bit, well, shit really, to be honest with you. When the game released originally, back in 21 I think it was, I played it on release. It wasn't really the best of games, to be honest with you. You know, things like couldn't even swim. The you know, the questing was awful really. There was just so many things. I played it very minimal, and but since then there's, you know, they've done loads of work on it, and now we're you know, now we're here. They just dropped the biggest update going 2 weeks ago. The game was looking like it was going to have, you know, great promise moving forward, even if it was just, you know, for a few more years. It was looking like they were finally heading in the right direction of content and stuff, and well, you know, now by 2026, by the looks of it, we go on here. Let me just load it up. That. So yeah, on here, an update on New World. If you sort of read along here, basically, in the coming months, we will provide more details on what to expect and other essential information. Rest assured, our intention is to keep servers operating through 2026, allowing our community time to continue their adventure in Eternum. Additionally, New World Eternum will still be downloadable for PlayStation, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, you got the bits down here that you can sort of, you know, go onto the New World website and you can sort of read it. Will there still be seasonal events, world bosses, weeks? You know, basically seasonal events and holiday events, they're going to be no more. And, you know, when there's around about 6 months left, they're going to be letting us know, you know, when you know, there's going to be more of the game left. It's just a damn shame, really. I was finally just, you know, as me personally, just like many others, probably just finally getting into the swing of it. You know, the game has a nice amount of content. They just dropped the Catacombs, great, you know, great game mode, and then, you know, an additional raid, and, you know, there was just loads more, you know, to play for really, and it's just a real shame. And I can imagine with them dropping this sort of information, this game's not going to be playable until, you know, the servers shut down. You know, the game over time has suffered with a player base, and this is just going to make it, you know, even more so that people aren't going to play a game that's dying, are they? So, you know, I can imagine this game, as of yesterday, within the next week, I can imagine is not going to be playable. You're not going to be able to do the raids. Catacombs, no. You know, you're not going to be able to do anything really, because like the dungeons and that, you need multiple people. So it's just not going to be playable, is it really? It's just, you know, and it's just a damn shame really. A game that had great promise had a poor release, and that's really what tainted it. So, well, I suppose, you know, just like everyone else, we move on to the next game, and fingers crossed, you know, we can find something that sort of fills the void. There are other games, you know, other MMOs like Elder Scrolls, a similar combat. It's not the same. I've just started, you know, giving Guild Wars 2 a go. that seems to have pretty good combat and content. You know, lots of, and they're just releasing a new DLC for that. So yeah, I'm just a little bit like everyone else, really. A little bit like what? A little bit gutted. So, so yeah. I suppose very much like, you know, everyone else. On to the next one. The thing is, there's just no combat, no MMO with a combat like New World. You know, visuals, graphics, and whatnot. So, and I think by the seams of it, from what I've read on like Reddit and whatnot, the new Lord of the Rings MMO that they were in the process of building or doing for the second time, that's now been cancelled. So yeah, I suppose yeah, moving forward, we look at see what else we can find to play. I will say there will be no more New World playing for me, which sucks because I was looking forward to you know, seeing what we can do. I was just starting to enjoy the PvP, so yeah. Just like everyone else, we'll move on and see what else we can find. But yeah, if any of you are interested in knowing what I do play, catch me on Twitch, SammyT_TV. And yeah, we'll go from there. Sound.